Hello Internet, I'm Scarecrow85 and right now I'm playing Sonic Mania Plus. So obviously you must surely know this is out by now. The internet's ablaze with it. This is Sonic Mania Plus. This is the Plus edition, so it's Sonic Mania, but it's kind of like finished now. It did feel a little unfinished, like certain stages didn't have transitions, and there was just a lack of a few things here and there. As brilliant as it was, this is the definitive edition of this game, and I'm going to show you why. So we've still got Mania mode, which is the standard mode. We've got Encore mode, which is like a second story mission. It's basically the same thing again, but it's retooled. The colour palettes are swapped, the levels are all a little bit unique, and of course there's a new mechanic involving the two new characters, which we'll come to. Time attack, which I won't be demonstrating here, but it is what it is. Competition, which I can't demonstrate here because I haven't got anyone to play with at the moment. Options, extras, and exit. Hey look, Sonic does the whole Sonic CD thing, yay! I mean, there's even nods on here. So we're going to start with Mania mode and just quickly show off what's available here. So you can select from the two new characters to play as here. I'm going to quickly choose Mighty because he is easily my favourite Sonic character, like full stop, but definitely my favourite Sonic character from the selection available in this game now. So as you can see, Mania mode pretty much plays out exactly as it did before, but now with Mighty. So I'm going to assume you've seen this video clip, and I'm going to skip it because it's basically exactly the same, but with Mighty. And it seems I'm not going to play through very much of this because obviously you have seen Green Hill Zone. Even if you are completely new to my channel and to Sonic the Hedgehog and to video games, I refuse to believe that you haven't seen Green Hill Zone. Something interesting to note about Mighty the Armadillo though. I didn't actually watch any videos or learn anything about Plus mode before it came out. I did that on purpose. I decided I didn't want to know. Wanted to come at it fresh. That said, I did stumble across some information pertaining to his special ability, which is this. It's called the Hammer Drop. And it allows you to break floors underneath you and cancel out momentum, which is quite nice. Although you do still travel a little bit. What I didn't know about Mighty is this. Yeah, so if you've been watching the Sonic Mania Adventures cartoon series, which has ended now after its fifth and final episode, which is freaking amazing by the way, highly recommend you go and check that out, it's so cool. There's a scene in it where Mighty takes a direct hit from Metal Sonic to his shell, and he just withstands it. And that's true in the game. He can actually, if you roll into a ball, so his shell is what takes the damage, he won't take damage. He can deflect projectiles and you can jump on spikes and things and he won't get hurt by them, which is a huge benefit, I think, personally. It's particularly useful against certain bosses that weren't particularly hard to begin with. I mean, like the Death Egg boss at the end of Green Hill Zone, because you can literally jump at him from any direction, because if you hit his spiked hands, Mighty will just bounce clean off it. He won't take any damage from it, which means you can very easily take down the Death Egg robot without taking any damage at any point. This is a special stage. Nothing has changed in Mania mode. This is the same as before, but obviously we now have a 3D model, a retro-style 3D model of Mighty the Armadillo, which makes me extremely happy. I don't know if there's a way to like rotate those models to see them from the front, so I'd like to see how that looks, like in full 360. I think that would be very cool. But it looks like a pretty decent little model. Very happy to see it. I thought I'd show that off now. I thought, just find some more spikes just to show off that cool little feature again. Whoop, wow. So these projectiles here, boop, just fired out straight back, and yeah, you can bounce. I wonder how many times I can bounce. Oh, bounced out of it that time. Huh, I don't know. So obviously, if you bounce out of a rolling animation, like what's happening there, you will land on the spikes with the second hit, and take damage. Oh yeah, also, might as well show you this. They've even drawn sprites for Mighty in Blue Sphere, and that counts for Ray as well. I will be showing those off. I can't even bother with Blue Sphere, by the way. It's tedious and I don't like it. I haven't really collected many of the extras in this game because I just don't like Blue Sphere. I think I'm in the minority there, but I don't like it. So, let's have a look at Ray. I'm currently playing through the game with Ray, in Mania mode, whoops, to get all the Chaos Emeralds and just, I don't know, why not. And this is as far as I've gotten through it so far. I've only just really started. I'm getting through. See this box here is damaged. I have no idea how you're supposed to get through that. That's always been there. I've no idea how you're supposed to break it with any other character. With Mighty, you can do a hammer dash there and smash the box. So I guess maybe that was always meant for Mighty, in which case it's been there ever since earlier versions of this game before Mighty was added. So that's pretty damn cool. So yeah, this is Ray. I've warmed to this character so much. Like, I initially didn't particularly like him well, I knew him from Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. And I didn't think much of him. I thought his design was relatively plain. I liked that he was the kind of comedy character. He was quite cute, but he was, because of his colour and his sort of small-ish size and flying ability, I don't know, he felt very much like a discount Tails to me, and I just didn't particularly care for the character. I must admit, he's grown on me. He's really grown on me. I like the guy a lot. He's very cute, he's very funny, he's one of the more emotive characters, and he has this ability. I mean, I've chosen a level that's not particularly good for this, but check this out. Yeah! So that is the gliding ability. Whoop. And when used correctly, you can use it... Oh, blast. Okay, well, we're definitely going to have to glide now. Here we go. In wide open spaces, you can get that down to an absolute art. Oh, no, not quite. I wanted to avoid that. Oh well. And yeah, that's pretty much all he can do. I don't think he has any other abilities. Like, Mighty technically has two abilities, the hammer drop and the invulnerability while spinning. Ray only has his... Oops. Missed it. Damn. His glide, but it's really handy. You can use it to glide horizontally, you can also use it to gain height, and he comes out of it in a roll. So you can use it to attack bosses that are too high up to reach. Okay, hang on. Let's get rid of these guys. Nah. Oh man, this game is amazing. Seriously, if you don't have it, what are you doing with your life? Oh, I kid, of course, but you should play it. It's really good. And Mighty and Ray. Oh, what an amazing inclusion. I'm so glad to have them back. Wait, are we... Okay, right, well, there's a special stage. So let's show off Ray in a special stage. So his character model is actually really nice as well. I like the fact that if you look closely, you can see the skin, his wings, under his arms. I think that's a really cool little inclusion. It's interesting that these characters were originally designed to be viewed from an isometric viewpoint. Like, that's the... Sega Sonic the Hedgehog was an isometric game, so their character sprites were originally drawn that way. They weren't initially, as far as I know, drawn from a side-scroller's perspective, and they certainly weren't drawn with a 3D perspective in consideration, i.e. the one we're seeing them from right now. But I think they translate quite nicely. Oh, buggered that up, didn't I? Oh, I'm not doing a very good job of this. This is where I'm up to, I mentioned before, so I would like to catch this emerald. No! And I'd like to not suck at it on the internet for everyone to see. Hi, everyone. I actually don't find these initial special stages all that difficult. Like the first 7, the Mania mode ones, are not too bad. Although I am proving myself wrong by absolutely ballsing this right up. Whoa! I think I should be able to catch it. No! No! Oh, God. Fine! Oh, that would happen when I was recording, wouldn't it? Seriously, though, I usually just breeze through these things, but it's because you're watching, guys. Anyway. I can do it, I promise. But yeah, I'll show you shortly the special stages from... In fact, let's do that now. Let's have a look at Encore mode. Okay, so Encore mode is actually an entirely different beast. I'm going to do it with no save, so we get to see it from the beginning. I won't play too far into it. I'm just going to demonstrate how the game starts and the mechanic, because this actually plays quite differently to standard Sonic Mania or to any other Sonic game. This could easily be a standalone Sonic game. So I'm not sure precisely what point this is picking up from. I'm choosing to believe that that's Sonic teleporting in with the Phantom Ruby is actually occurring directly after the events of the final boss, final supersonic boss from Sonic Mania, Mania mode. In other words, I'm choosing to believe that this is how the story carries on, not Sonic Forces. Okay, so this is Angel Island Zone, straight from Sonic 3. And this is a straight one-to-one recreation of it in HD. Well, I think it's HD. It looks nicer than it was before, anyway. But then we come across this instead of the first mini-boss. So we rescue our two friends, Mighty and Ray. Now, as much as I like Ray, it's a well-documented fact that Mighty is my favourite character, so we're going to choose him. And that's all the tutorialising we're going to get there, guys. And Ray, it turns out, was an illusion created by the Heavy Magician, who is female, I believe. Possibly? Not sure. Not sure if a robot can technically even have a gender. But anyway, so we're playing as Sonic, but if I press the Y button, we switch to Mighty. So Mighty can't get up there, you need Ray for that, so we're going to hammer drop our way down here. And they purposely put those there as well, so that you fall on them and discover that Mighty can smash straight through them. So in possession of the Phantom Ruby again, basically the heavies resurrect themselves and apparently teleport us back in time, but this is a new timeline, so Mighty and Ray are here and everything's a little different. So this is in the evening of Green Hill Zone. So, how this mode works. Obviously the levels are rejigged completely, so as you can see there's a smashable piece of floor here. That extra life, can you see how it's changing constantly? It's a gamble. You'll notice that all the characters in the picture are characters that I don't currently have. So we got Ray. So in the bottom left now you can see I've got Mighty, Sonic and Ray. A little R for Ray. There are no lives. Can you see that there's no number there? Right, I didn't know that. I didn't read anything prior to playing this. When I first played Mania mode, Encore mode, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and the only tutorializing was what you just saw. Press Y to switch characters. That's it. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't realise at all that there are no lives. So if you die, basically the character you're currently controlling dies and cannot be selected anymore, and is no longer even in the list. So at the moment, if I die with Mighty, I'll switch to Sonic. And if I die with Sonic, I'll switch to Ray, and if I die with Ray, it's game over. So the more characters you can collect and get their names in the bottom left there, the better. Obviously there's a maximum of 5, Knuckles and Tails being the additional 2. So we're going to do that here. So now we've got Ray and Knuckles. Now, if I switch to Sonic, because I want to keep Mighty, and hit this, which you should recognise from Sonic 2, it'll switch characters. Boom. And it switches your currently selected character to the next one in the list. So now we have Mighty and Ray together, which is quite cool, and I'd like to keep it that way, but I want to demonstrate everything. So there's something else over here that I think I can show you. Whoop, hang on, don't want to go too far. Ow! Dang it, that's annoying. Oh, it's not what I thought it would be. I thought there was a special item. Oh no, I know where it is. It's up here. Whoa, don't go too far. Right, the special item, the question mark. I think that's from Sonic 3, if I remember rightly. Can't remember. Anyway, if I hit this, so we've got Knuckles and Ray. What that did was, I think it just gives you a random team. I think it's completely unpredictable in that regard. But yeah, all the graphics have been redrawn for every character. There's a lot of work that's gone into this game. I mean, so much sprite work, it's beautiful. The animations are absolutely outstanding. We're going to switch to Ray, just because I want to put the focus on the new characters. They are new after all. I'm going to try and get a new special stage. Not special stage, bonus stage. I'm going to try and get a new bonus stage. Handy being Ray, innit? Boom! And in we go. So now we've got this, and I absolutely love this. So this seems to be a cross between... Oh, hang on a minute. So we got this. This is like the character selection thing in Knuckles Chaotix. So we've got a water shield. I'm aiming for Tails, but... Yeah, so this is like the pinball machine from Sonic's Spinball combined with Eggman with his controller up there resembles Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Ah, missed him! So once you've tried twice, it opens up a new board. And you can, try and climb higher and higher. I don't know what's higher than that. I've never gotten any higher than... or have I? No, I don't think I have. So, at the top here, we can activate the grab machine twice more. Ooh. And then it'll open up yet another section of board, I think. I don't know how high it goes. I'm not especially good at this. I don't think you can activate individual flippers. Oh, you can. Well, that's helpful. There we go. Ah, I didn't realise that. I've been doing both flippers. That might... Ah, no! Oh, my goodness. But again, this is another 3D stage, which I'm absolutely loving, because it's retro 3D. It's done like... Oh, here we go. We're in. Got him! So we've got our full selection of characters now, which is nice. Oh, and we can go up a little higher. This is the furthest I've got on this. See if we can... No! No! Oh. Fine, be like that. Ooh. I like being able to fly over that stuff. Whoops. No matter. Just use Ray to fly a little further. Oh. Nope. I let go too soon. Mastering Ray's flight can really cut some corners. I'm looking forward to seeing some speedruns. I'm sure the speedrunning community is currently all over this game. Can't wait to see what they come up with. Because character strats in this, figuring out which characters to get in combination and use together. Because the thing is that if you die or if you accidentally hit a character switch item... No, I'm not going in there. If that happens... You know, you'll end up with a different character or a different team, which can really mess you up if you make a mistake. When I first played this, I didn't know that that was going to happen at all. I did, and I kept accidentally switching. I was like selecting Mighty, and then it would like force me out of Mighty by either because I'd die. I'm not really doing a very good job of this. Let's do this properly. Yeah, or I'd accidentally hit a character switch item box, and it would like force me to someone else. And I'd be like, game, you've introduced 2 brand new characters. Well, not brand new, but 2 new characters, one of whom is my favourite, and I really want to play as. Stop forcing me to play as someone else. Like, it really annoyed me. I didn't realise that that was the sort of main conceit of this mode, and that you can actually play as these characters individually in Mania mode, specifically if you want to. So... yeah, there's that. I got quite frustrated with it because I'm just like, just let me play as Mighty. So yeah, here we are in Chemical Plant Zone at night, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. The level designs are all different, and everything's quite cool. Let's just get out of there. But I don't want to show off too much. There are new screen transitions, which I won't spoil for you, because obviously there's only a few of those, and they're worth discovering for yourself. What I will show you, something that may have already, I think there's plenty of people who are showing it off online, is how they've changed the Metal Sonic file. Up to Daisy. That's a good time to... Let's look at something else in the game, shall we? Right, here we go. So, there is a slight change to the first part of this fight, and a massive change to the second part. Obviously, I was not the only one to notice that the second part of the Metal Sonic fight was a tad easy, so they have toughened it up quite a bit. So if you don't want to know, obviously, feel free to end the video now, or because I'm going to show this off. It's quite cool to discover this for yourself. But on the other hand, you might want like an ahead warning. Like, this could work in your favour if you're hoping to get through this in one piece. You're probably going to see me get absolutely mullered by it as well, because I'm terrible at this. So, the slight change that they've made to this... Where's he gone? Come on. Is that Silver Sonic, down here, from Sonic 2... Here he is, look. If I kill him, poof! He explodes into little chunks, which fly up and hit our boy Metal Sonic. Ow. Timed that wrong, didn't I? Try and land on his head because they fly outwards. So it means that you don't have to like muck about with him quite as much, because it's easy. You can break him apart in a number of different ways. You don't have to just spin dash him. Ouch. Bam. Metal Sonic is taking a lot of hits. There we go. I love that they included Silver Sonic from Sonic 2 as well. Absolutely love it. Sonic 2 from the handheld version, of course. Yeah, it was that one, yeah. So here we go, this has changed. That was a shorter run to get to here as well, which I appreciate. And then this happens, and I'm like, right, what's going on? Oh my lord. Right, so this is... Do you remember my Metal Sonic video? If you don't, check it out, it's on my channel. I'll link it after the video. Where it's one of my first Sonic-related videos on my channel. And I talked about what the giant red Metal Sonic boss creature was called at the end of Knuckles Chaotix. Because this is basically that again, only it's blue this time. It's called Metal Sonic Kai. Thank you, comment section. See, I'm dead. No, I'm gone. Oh. So he's walking along and knocking down the ground behind him as he walks, quite a lot like the Death Egg robot did that one time in Sonic 3, or Sonic & Knuckles, or whichever one it was that he did that. And unfortunately, it's particularly problematic if you've got a second character along for the ride, such as Tails, or if you are Mighty and you bounce off of things automatically when you're rolled into a ball, because it does mean that he kind of can sometimes bounce off the... like that! You'll bounce off the body of giant Metal Sonic and end up going backwards into the death plane, which is really annoying. Oops. I mean, luckily, Mighty does make this quite a bit easier because he's invulnerable whilst he's spinning, but then that happens. Oh, I don't like it. So you may notice as well, if you're familiar with the Sonic lore, that this also resembles another version of Metal Sonic, not just Metal Sonic Kai. It looks a bit like Metal Madness, or Metal Overlord, whichever one you want to call it, because I mean they both look more or less the same. There you go, we got him. Hey, oi. I want to know his story. Where's the spin-off for Cheesy Bob Robot? Sorry, Woodlouse Robot. Where I come from, we call them Cheesy Bobs. Anyway, oh, here's a new screen transition for you. Little cameo from the Titanic Monarch there. Just ties everything together. It just makes it all make sense, you know. It's brilliant. It needed it. And now we've got an explanation for how we end up in Hydra City Zone, which we didn't really have before. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Now we know. And then, of course, I'm playing in Mania mode, so this is the same Hydra City from Sonic Mania, so there's no surprises here particularly, apart from the screen transitions and some of the new extras actually do carry over into Mania mode, like you just saw. That was a new screen transition, but I'm not playing in Encore mode. Like, it updates the whole game, which that's really, really cool. You can also play as Mighty and Ray with Knuckles mode active, and Knuckles mode, sorry, so I can actually be running around right now with Knuckles along for the ride, but I can't press Y to switch to him in Mania mode. So there is that. But that's it. That's all of the features that I wanted to highlight from Sonic Mania Plus. And what a game. Seriously, what a great game. You know it already. I mean, if you're really into this stuff, you've probably already bought this. If you haven't, what are you doing? Get on it. Like, you don't need me to convince you. This is awesome. The only thing really that I feel like it would be nice if we could have a Knuckles and Ray, like a Sonic and Tails combination. That would be cool. You can see I've got all the Chaos Emeralds here with Mighty. Doing so allows you to activate a super mode for both him and Ray. But it's the same as when you activate a super mode for Tails and Knuckles. It's just a kind of glowy effect. It's nothing particularly special, but it is cool. And being able to do it is decent, so I would recommend it. And that is Sonic Mania Plus Edition. Thank you for watching this little breakdown of it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't bought the game yet, let me know if you're gonna, and if not, why. You know, has this not sold you on it? What would you like to see in a future Sonic the Hedgehog game? And check out some of my other videos. I'll link a few below. See you in the next video, guys.